I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.
All right, who's better? As my series on who's better in the NBA continues, this is a good one. It's a power forward debate for you guys. Lamarcus Aldridge of the San Antonio Spurs, Blake Griffin of the Detroit Pistons. I got to make sure I don't say Los Angeles Clippers. So here's my theory behind this. Who has contributed to winning more? Now, if you would have asked me this probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I don't know, I might have hit you with Blake Griffin. I thought Blake Griffin's ceiling, he was one of my favorite basketball players a few years. I thought he had a chance to be a 24 and 12 guy every night. Now, with Blake, I think Doc Rivers and the Los Angeles Clippers staff convinced Blake that if he continued to play above the rim like he was with the Lob City and company, he wasn't going to make it, bruh. He wasn't going to make it to 32, 33 in the NBA. And I think he changed his game a lot. He pulled back from those dunks, reformed that jumper, and got to it from the mid-range post. And he can score out of the post. Let's make that clear. But he's not a better post player than Lamarcus Aldridge. Lamarcus Aldridge can barbecue chicken you in the post. And Lamarcus Aldridge had a really, really good, I'm going to be honest, MVP-like season for the San Antonio Spurs. Quiet as kept. Now, nobody's going to put him in that conversation seriously when you got perimeter guys like James Harden lighting it up like night in, night out. LeBron James lighting it up. You can't really put the Lamarcus Aldridge in the conversation playing out of the post. But remember, that team pretty much had Kawhi Leonard for none of last season. And they still made the playoffs, were competitive, crazy competitive the entire season. Pretty damn good on the road. And Lamarcus Aldridge has to get credit for that. He has to take a big amount of credit for that. Again, to me, I got to give the check mark to Lamarcus Aldridge because his game is going to be able to last when he's 40. You're right, he's not playing above the rim. Blake's trying to become what Lamarcus Aldridge is, but the problem is he's like 3 or 4 inches shorter. He doesn't have the overall length, not just the height. The arms are not as long. He's bulkier as well. I think Blake had a run. I thought if Blake was better than Lamarcus, it might have been for a year or two in the middle of that Lob City run with the Clippers. But right now, Lamarcus Aldridge, though older, is going to be better than Blake Griffin going forward. Lamarcus got his San Antonio Spurs team to the playoffs. Blake Griffin got traded at the deadline and could not get his Detroit Pistons team over the hump. That means something to me. I got to give the edge and the check mark to Lamarcus Aldridge. Please tell me who you think is the better overall basketball player. We're not talking about highlight dunks. We're talking who's a better overall basketball player, not who's dated more Kardashians or Jenners, right? We're talking basketball here. And to me, Lamarcus Aldridge, though I'll give Blake Griffin the edge in passing, overall, I think these guys are both guys you can't count on defensively. But one thing for certain I can count on, and that's that mid-range jump shot from Lamarcus Aldridge. What up, Pharaohs? If you can't get enough of that exclusive quality sports content from yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO, I've decided to create a sports Instagram page where I'm reacting to current highlights and some highlights from some of your favorite people of the past. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, and you'll be able to relive some classic moments with yours truly, and we'll watch game-by-game footage of stuff that's happening in sports day in, day out.